welcome to our class for today. I am teacher Jenalyn, your teacher in Arts 5. So, are you ready to learn something new for today? Wow, that's great! So, here are our objectives for our lesson today. Okay, now, before anything else, may I request everyone to please close your eyes and bow down your heads and do our opening prayer. Amen. Okay, thank you, class. Now you can settle down. So, class monitor, is there any absent for today? None. Very good. Let us give ourselves a round of applause. Okay. And now, let us have a quick review first. So, what was our topic last meeting? Very good. We talked about balance. And what is balance? Balance is the way elements are arranged to create feeling of stability. And what are the two forms of balance? Very good. The two forms of balance are asymmetrical balance and symmetrical balance. Very good, class. Okay, so today we are going to continue to discuss the other principles of art, which are contrast and emphasis. But before we will go formally to our discussion, let me show you a picture first. Here. So what can you observe in the picture? Very good. The other one is different from the other. What else? The color is different. It's not the same. How about this picture? What can you observe? Very good. Not all of them have the same color. Very good, class, and thank you for your observations. Now, let us know what is contrast. So, contrast in art is the arrangement of opposite elements and effects. Contrast also, class, help to create a focal point. Do you know what is a focal point? Focal point is the center of the attraction or the point of which you want to focus. And contrast help to create a focal point in a work of art by placing contrasting elements next to each other. When placed next to each other, contrasting elements will grab your attention, and that is what we call contrast. So from the word itself, contrast, different from each other or opposite. Understood? Very good. Now, here are examples of contrast. We have color, black and white, pattern, and scale. So the first one is black and white. We can create contrast with black and white because they are different in value. They will contrast against each other. Now take a look at the picture. Are they the same in color? No, right. They are contrast and against each other because the black color is in the darker color and the white is a brighter color. The black and white color is a good combination to form a contrasting element on your work or art. Next is color. So you can also use color to create contrast. An example could be complementary colors. I know that you already know what are the complementary colors. These are red, green, blue, orange, and purple. All of those colors are complementary colors. Just for example, here we have the artist use the purple and orange color to create a contrast in his work of art. Next is scale. So by having a variety of sizes or scale, we create a contrast and make a dynamic, interesting layout and add a drama to our design. Because if every object class in our design is in the same scale, we lose the focal point or the focus in our work. So for example, I have an example here. Yes, we have a different sizes of square to create a focal point on our art. Next is pattern. So patterns can help create a contrast also in our design when they are different from each other. For example, we see how the pattern of the background contrasts against the pattern of the sunflower. As you can see in the picture, diba? The pattern on the background is very far and very different from the pattern that is used in the sunflower. In that way, we are creating a contrast on our art. So class, there are many ways that we can use contrast in our designs. The examples that I have given to you are just few of the ways on how to use contrast in our designs. We'll talk more about it on our next lesson. Now, let us go and know what is emphasis. Okay, so what is emphasis? Emphasis is a part of a design that catches the viewer's eye and brings it to the focal point of a design. And class, also remember that emphasis is created by using contrast in our design. So that is why we are using a contrast in our design, because we want to emphasize something on our art, just like the picture that I have shown you a while ago. Here. Okay, just like this picture that I have shown you a while ago. Which part of this catches your eye? Yes, the part of which the point of this one that is different from the others. As you notice that these two colors are complementary colors. We use this in our art to emphasize something. So we are emphasizing this one. That is why we are using contrast. Now, here are a couple ways in how to create an emphasis. We can create an emphasis with the use of shape, line, value, color, space, and texture. So, in shape, we can create an emphasis by adding a variety of shape on our design. For example, the squares and circles. This one, Are these two shapes the same? Yes, they are not the same. And in this picture, which part catches your attention? Of course, yes, the circle. Why? Because it's different. Okay, in that way, we are emphasizing the shape. The shape what? Circle. Very good. Now, our next is line. We can create an emphasis by adding a variety of lines to our design. We can use lines to direct or guide our viewer's eye to the focal point or the focus in our art. Like in this picture, which one we are emphasizing? Very good. The circle. So we are using the lines, these lines, to guide our viewers' attention to have a focus on the shape circles. Very good. Now next is value. We can create emphasis by adding a range of value to our design. We can add dark to our focal point or on our focus if it is surrounded by light. And we can also add light or brighter color to our focal point if it is surrounded by dark color. Like for example, in this picture, since that our focus in this picture is the bear, which has a dark color, to make it more emphasized, we have to add a lighter color on its background or its surroundings. Very good. Next is color. We can create also an emphasis by adding a pop of color to our design. Make your focal point a bright color if it is surrounded by black and white or vice versa. In that way, we are emphasizing or we can emphasize something like in this picture. So the next and last way on how we can emphasize something in our design is texture. We can also create an emphasis by adding a contrasting texture to our design. For example, hard versus soft or smooth versus rough, just like what the picture shows. It has two textures. It has a hard part and a softer part. Okay, so those are the ways on how we can create an emphasis on our design. And class, always remember that when we are going to create our design or art, make it sure that not everything is emphasized, because if the focal point will get lost, nothing will stand out and the viewer's eye won't know where to go. So it is very important to use contrast in our design to make your focal point more emphasized. Okay, so for your application, so here is the direction. All you have to do is to identify the following pictures on what are the ways that is used in emphasizing the focal point. So I have here 5 pictures. All you have to do is to write your answer on a 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay. Next. Okay, very good. You all got it right. So now let us go to our evaluation. So all you have to do is to answer the following question and give what is asked. So number 1, differentiate, contrast, and emphasis. Number 2, give examples of contrast, at least 2 examples. And then number 3, enumerate the ways on how to use emphasis. So write your answer in a one whole sheet of paper. Okay, so very good everyone. Now for your assignment, all you have to do is to choose one of the ways you can emphasize your design and create your own artwork. So you are going to do your assignment in your where? Very good, in your drawing book. And make sure to pass your assignment tomorrow on our assigned time. Okay, so that's it for today, class. I hope you learned something from our lesson for today. So see you again on our next lesson. Bye!